Hi, there's a new version that just released today, because yesterday this option wasn't there. So I'm gonna go ahead and update this. Let's see, Devil Rider, this state pinball rider in 1943, future motorcycle theme. Okay, I can't scroll. Okay, there I go. And so there's two things. Pinball from 1974. Target and pop. Okay. So those are the two new game that's coming called Devil Rider. Oh, yes, because my pinball is using the same account as this one. So I'm gonna click yes. I'm gonna go ahead and download. So I'm gonna let that download. For some reason, the pinball is not popping up that option about the firmware update. So I'm gonna let that update. I'm looking at pinball right now to see is there so the version is 5.53 now, the new version. Okay, so the pinball, I have to manually go to the setting and get the same update, the 5.53. So let me move this over to the pinball right next to us and let you see it yourself. Right now, I went to the setting firmware. Let me go ahead and exit out and I'll show you what I did. So I went to the top called setting, and then I click, instead of the basic, I click the advanced setting, and then the firmware will show up. Then I select the start button, and then it say, do you want to download? So there is a 0.53 and it say the same thing, it's about a pinball. So yes, I do want to do this as well. So it's downloading the, now you have to have the formatted USB flash drive. Otherwise, none of this thing will work. Alright, download is finished. I'm going to click update, press A button. Here is the A button right here. Instead of the flash button, you're going to press. My stand is keeping me from not able to show you the A button. Okay, update. Did not work. Try it again. A to select. It's doing it by itself, but for some reason, when I press it, it didn't do nothing. I guess you just have to be patient and let it do its own thing. Let it update by itself. Alright, it's updating the firmware. Now, this screen is just like that. It's kind of light color, so you can't really see it. I'm going to do the same thing with the pinball, Legends pinball. I'm going to click the start button instead of this. Okay, so that one is getting updated as well. Now, I do want to mention something that those of you who didn't know, I didn't know till now. The Legends Ultimate have Bluetooth configured in here. So the joystick could be configured as Bluetooth, but the Legends Pinball only have Wi-Fi and network direct connection, as you know, but you do not have a Bluetooth. So in other words, if your joystick, hopefully the joystick that come with it will have Bluetooth, but I don't know. I haven't seen any video out there that the joystick that came with the pinball, not came with, but that sell is an add-on to the pinball. So you get a joystick, 6 button, and a trackball, but you do not have a Bluetooth. So you will have to use your own plug-in joystick with your either Raspberry Pi or PC. It does not have a Bluetooth joystick. The Bluetooth option is not there for the setting. So yes, it's kind of weird. Alright, this is going to take a while to do. After the firmware update, I want to go over some of the CoinOps features. A lot of people just talk about how to install it, and which I did a video on that as well, on how to do that. But I want to go a little bit. I want to go into how to use it. You could launch it in 2 different ways. All right, it's going to reboot. I want to reboot right away. So if you buy the Legends Ultimate, the option for this cabinet is have more better features like Bluetooth, and then you could also still play pinball. The only thing it doesn't have is that little vibration, the launcher vibration. I forgot what they call it. Alright, 3.0 is finished. I'm gonna press A to OK. Even though it's the same version update, the pinball do not pop up and tell you that you need to have update. Okay, I'm on the scroll. Oh, there's more stuff talking about it. Okay, they talk about Grand, and then Space Shuttle retro table is coming. Speed King in the racing. Sorry about that. Let's start from the top. Alright, this is talk about the universal firmware that just released October 7, which was yesterday, but I didn't get that yesterday. Okay, account is logged into the other device. Yes, I know. My pinball just rebooted, I guess. Yeah, it did. Okay, so pinball is updated as well. Devil Rider, which is a pinball rider, motorcycle theme, 2 moving ramp. Grandy, okay, is a pinball, so it's also another pinball. Space, this table is a retro version, original Space Shuttle. Speed King, this racing theme table including the pop-up, bumper, and drop target. Time Machine 2019 remake, okay, and 10 bonus multi-platter and multi-ball with this 3 ball. Easy mode. Built-in game. ArcadeNet 5. Zachary pinball table are added to the ArcadeNet standard for October 7 release, which I believe I have that already. So if you have an older version, mine is a new one. I just bought it like 2 weeks ago, and it have the pinball flipper on the side with this arcade button. So I already have the 7 pinball. So those are for people who doesn't have it, I guess. This known issue address fix. Button mapping does not carry over to the certain feature like. So those are fixed. Some user may experience invalid file size when downloading firmware. Okay, that is also fixed. Release license error. Okay, Zachary future shooting rapidly start. Top hand are not updated online leaderboard. Auto login and update reboot. minor improvement. Okay, so those are the minor improvement. So those of you who want to read it, you could pause it and read it more. So those are all the new update that just released. Okay, so those people who have the Legends Ultimate or Pinball, you want to go ahead and update it. Oh, I added a screensaver, so this machine automatically will kick in my screensaver now instead of being so boring. Doesn't have anything on my pinball. All right, let me. Okay, we do the pinball later. All right, what I want to talk about is the bring your own game. With the CoinOps, if you go to bring your own game, which is by OG, you go down here and select this one. Okay, not this one, but this one. This one will automatic, you will able to see the game set. Okay, it actually break it down to this. So you got 3-player, 4-player, and those are the things that, so you press A button, it's going to show you all the game in 4 pages. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 20 times 4, roughly about 80 games here. Okay, and it does have box art. Now, if you want to play a 4-player game, which later they're going to have a 4-player controller coming out February of 2022, you will have, and there is 8 screen here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did I say? 20. 5 is 10. So there's 80 game on this one. So 80 game and 40 game on the next one. Then this one will show you all the arcades. So you got 10 times. So you got 1,773 arcade game over here. Okay. So you got 1,773 arcade game. Then they also break this down to Daffin, and those are all the Daffin, which is 2 pages. So if you go over here, scroll down, you go to the next page. All right, so those are all the Daffin's games. So you got Space Agents. Let me go back to bring your own game. Okay, and then there's a light gun. All right, now you might be asking where all this game came from. It came from your CoinOps flash drive, and later, if you later when I put my computer together, my hard drive together, I'll have more space and able to find all my ROM. We could add more game to this. We could add a category called Genesis. Okay, and I want to go fix some of the game that in CoinOps, like, to me the game looks so like Final Fight, and so I'm gonna fix some of the game and add some more game to the CoinOps. So stay tuned on that. Screensaver kick in on a pinball machine again. So stay tuned on that, because I wanted to add some more stuff to the CoinOps. To fix it, I'm gonna try to see if I could fix it, like Final Fight. The screen is too, like, the color is not there. It's like faded out. It's, color is not that strong, and I want to fix that. And then some of the game that they don't have, like Cotton 2. So I went through F drive, and then I found out my phone was out of space and it died on me. So I only record 28 minutes of the going through the game. But so this is another way to go to your flash drive going through the CoinOps, and you could individually add one game at a time. I prefer to add a whole bunch all at the same time. So I'm going to try to see if I could add all the Genesis that I have on this machine and see if it will produce hundreds of Genesis games instead of one game at a time. And also, if you want to put it into a 3-player, 4-player, you will have to add the Genesis game into the list, so it will show up when you press 4-player or 3-player. It will show up in this list. Otherwise, it will not show up in those lists. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go that far as to doing this. It would be nice to know how to do it, but I'm not sure yet. And then at the same time, I wanted to add those games into the CoinOps. Okay, there's no Genesis in CoinOps, and I want to know if I could do it. So stay tuned for that. I wanted to try to see if I could do that. And so this video is mainly just gonna go over the update and what is the new update have, and also talk about how to use the CoinOps. And then my next video, I'm gonna continue going through the list so I know what is missing, so I can add more game to the list. 1,700 game is not a very big list. I have 2,000 game in my Raspberry Pi 4, so yes, there is more game that you could add to the arcade. And let me go ahead and go to the App Store X. Now in here, that's where you're going to find the CoinOps. And then I'm gonna go ahead and boot to CoinOps, and I'm gonna show you how to navigate around the CoinOps, because I didn't know how to navigate around either. So I'm gonna show you how to navigate. Now, a while ago, I did not boot to CoinOps. I'm just using a flash drive. So you could use the CoinOps in a 2 different ways. You could use it with a track mode, or you could use it like the one with a box on. Now, they never show us how to add game to the CoinOpsX, but a lot of videos show you how to bring your own game. Okay, so I want to go one more step further. I want to figure out how to add game to this. Now, one thing about all the CoinOps game is all the ROM is converted into UCS, I believe, and so you cannot take the ROM and distribute to another system because it's already converted into UCS, which Atgame, you know. And I don't know, the Atgame allow you to bring PC pinball game over, because the pinball game is something that I don't know they will allow you to do it, but I'm going to see if I could. I'm going to try my best to see if I could make that work. So stay tuned for that video as well. But let me show you how to navigate. Right now we're in all game list, okay, and this is all the game from this category. You can press C to jump around, but if you press right and left on your joystick, okay, so for example, let me bring the joystick. So if I press the right button like this, it changes it to last player, you know, the game that I recently just played. And it just you push the joystick again, it changes to something else. Okay, so it actually navigate into a different category. That's the reason one time when I was first going through the game, I'm like, wait a second, why is it the game list is less than the previous one? So this one only had 179 game on the what is new, 179. So if you look down here in this corner, on this one right here, it listed 179. This is the first game, number 1, and you go down this number 2, and so on. I don't know if you could really see that without me zooming in closer. See right there, 179. So if I go down the list, the number change is number 6, number 8. Okay, well, you got the idea. So let me zoom back out. So that's how you navigate around this thing. I didn't know that's how you do it. So if you move your joystick to, so let's do that again. Now the screen's too bright. Alright, so if I move my joystick to the right, it changes it to Arcade Classic, and that one has 719 game. Do it again. This is Old Classic, so it's 160 game. Oh, I just pressed A to start the game. Alright, so I'm gonna press home. I'm gonna do quit. Alright, so I'm gonna do right click again. There's a CoinOps. There's a 161 game. And then there is the 3 player that we was talking about a while ago. Those are the 3 player that we were seeing. And that one have 35 game. And then there's a 4 player, which is 69 game listed over there in the corner. Okay, so I'm doing it again. And that's the one we saw, remember the folder? And there's 16 game. And this is all the Daffy, you know, arcade game. Alright, so you get the idea. So I'm gonna continue, bring the screen up. And zoom in more. So you get a bigger picture of it. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll left again. Now they break it down to a lot of, this is all beat up game. So if you just want to play all the beat up game, you have 43 beat up game. Okay, and it does have Jack Lee, because I was wondering, does it have Jackie Chan's fighting game? It does have Battletoads, but it do not have Battletoads / Double Dragon. So it do not have that. And you got catalog dinosaur, and Captain America, Captain Commando. So you could look at all the fighting game here. Okay, now let's go to the, now this is all the fighting. So you have more like X-Men, Children of Adam, all that stuff. You probably have Samurai Showdown as well, King of Fighter. So you got all the King of Fighter here. It's 94 all the way down to, you know, 2000, 2002. So all the Neo Geo fighting game is here. Then you got light gun. You got a section where it have nothing but light gun. So you could just, you know, instead of using the one that we were looking at, the all game, you could just go to the light gun and look at the light gun. Light gun have 53 game. Oh, I forgot to list the other one. The fighting one have 164. The beat up game is 43. No, 143, sorry. And this one is 164. Light gun 53, light gun. And maze is 142. And 238 for the platform. That is called platform game.